Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. Hello, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Dora Konomi. She is a lawyer and radio show personality based right here in Toronto. How are you doing today, Dora?
Hi, Brad. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. How's your Friday shaping up so far?
I love Fridays. There's just something to them. You can take it slow and still do your work. There's just beauty to Friday because there's a weekend coming up. You've had 5 days of work, and doing your thing. And now you get to slow down. I just love Fridays. I love
Awesome. Well, I just want to say thank you very much for being here today and agreeing to be part of the podcast and part of my community that I'm creating here. It's an honor to have you here and a pleasure.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. And thanks for what you do. What you do with finding those gems of women out there is incredible. We need more of that.
Thank you. Well, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
You're doing something right, for sure.
Thank you. So you are a lawyer, a radio show personality. You're also a coach, a social influencer, and community leader. You have quite an extensive resume, to say the least. How on earth do you have time to do anything else but be a lawyer? I mean, a lawyer must take up a hell of a lot of your time. So how do you find the time for everything else?
Brad, you make me sound so good.
You are, though. Look at all you do.
You know what? It's funny. Time management. And I said this to you earlier before we started recording.
Mm-hmm.
When you need something done, give it to the busiest person. I don't know how not to be busy. And I just find that as human beings, we're multidimensional. What we do is not mutually exclusive. I can be a lawyer. I can be a radio personality, but the one feeds off the other. For example, as a radio personality, I talk about the legal world and how my perspective has changed ever since I went to law school and becoming a lawyer. But even as a lawyer, I use the skill set that I've gained from being a radio host personality to talk to people. So just find uncovering the multidimensional aspects of ourselves, and then you go into your passions and you just make it work. And don't get me wrong, my work-life balance is not the greatest. I admit it. But again, it's about priorities sometimes. Mm-hmm. There's weeks that, let's say I have a motion or a hearing or a trial or something like that. So I'm concentrating on that.
Yeah.
And then I can divulge. Time management and passion.
I love it. How long have you been a lawyer, and what type of law do you practice?
So I'm a first-year associate. I just finished my first year of practice, and I'm a commercial litigator. I'm a chatterbox, pretty much. I get to talk to people, either that's in radio or to a judge. I love it.
It's ingrained in you. It's just who you are.
Absolutely. So I'm in the right field, that's for sure.
So you work for a law firm, then? You're not out on your own?
Yes, I'm at an amazing firm, Spiegel Nicholas Fox, where they've cherished me. I've grown, and all my success is a reflection of the mentors and the people I work with who allow me to be me. Because there's a lot of firms they will be very, let's say, not open to doing other things other than being a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I'm at a place where they want me to be me and be successful and happy at the same time. So I really cherish that.
Well, that's amazing to have that support from your employer. It's important that they support you and support your passions and your love for the things you do.
And because I've received that in my life, that's what I want to give back.
Awesome.
Even better if I can.
And I'm sure you're doing a great job. So you're very revered in the law industry and advocate heavily for women in law. You've had some academic works published, and you've spoken out about women's economic empowerment at the Canadian Council and International Law. What was that like for you, being recognized on that platform for the work you're doing around women who work in the law profession?
Oh, it was great. It was incredible. And it was interesting because at that panel discussion, we were all women
Mm-hmm.
and about 75% of the audience was men. It was great. And then we made a joke because as lawyers, we have to do CPDs, which is like credits for professional development.
Mm-hmm.
We said, are you guys here because you want the credit? And aside from all that and joking around, I love it. It's something that's very close to my heart. And especially when you look at numbers. So when we go to law school, 50%, and it's 50% women, 50% men, pretty equal. And then when it comes to partnerships at the big firms, you see an insane drop. We have less than 20% of women.
Of course.
Partners, very few female managing partners in the big firms. And that's the problem. It has nothing to do with women not being competent, but it's about women not being given the opportunity and the space to do it. And so I think that's very important to highlight those issues. And
absolutely.
Make that better. Unless we talk about it, unless we create a space of talking, we'll never address it.
It's still an old boys club, right? I mean, that's that way in the corporate world as well as the law world. It's that way still, I think, the world over. This isn't the 1950s. We need to get out of this mindset and get into the year 2020 and realize that women are just as amazing, if not better than a lot of men. So it needs to be recognized. Women need to be put up on that pedestal and given the opportunities that men have and equal pay and opportunity and all of it.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, things have changed in the legal field. To an extent, it is a men's club. And I'm going to echo what RBG said, that I will never settle until all women of the Supreme Court or all the judges of the Supreme Court are women, because they can. Things that, of course, our field has changed. We have a lot of amazing female lawyers, female judges, but it's when you look at the numbers at the high position, that's when it becomes a little bit more problematic. And we're just right here to open the path for the next generation to be there.
That's it. That's it. Now, as we've just said, the law profession is still an old boys club mentality. It's still there. Do you think that all the work you are doing with mentorship and the campaigns you've been part of, and do you think that's starting to make a difference in taking a step in the right direction?
Absolutely. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a generational thing. But it's up to our generation to continue the work and lead the next path. Have the next women not go through the same issues or obstacles or you name it that we've had to face. And that's why it's important to be a mentor. And again, I've had great female mentors who are there and want to support you. And it's about representation. Imagine walking to courtrooms or imagine going to boardrooms that you don't see other women. So dating. So how do we change that? Again, step by step. You have first to learn how to walk before you run, right?
That's right. That's right. So what is it that excites and inspires you about being a mentor to other women or girls?
You know what? It's what I touched earlier. It's that creating that path.
I
want them to walk an easier path than I have. Path that I've created, they can extend it. And it goes for the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. There's no need what we face for the next generation to face. They have to make it easier and they will have their own challenges. I think that's my drive. And I love working with, because I do a lot of mooting, which is pretty much legal competitions. Think of it as a debate club. Yeah. And I've worked with incredible women out there and they're amazing. I just love it. You can connect with them and you can tell them it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to have a bad day. And giving them that safe space, and you create representation. You're an example. If X person can do it, then I can do it.
That's right. That's right. Lead by example.
Absolutely.
What are some of the issues that women do face being lawyers in this old boys club mentality?
I would say the work-life balance. And again, not all the firms. And I want to say that we've made a lot of changes, but it's hard. And let me give you an example. So let's say you're going for a partnership level. And after work, the guys go for drinks. But lots of women have to go back if they have children. So at the end of the day, when partnership comes to questioned, who are they going to choose? The guy that they have drinks with or the woman who hasn't been around. And some of it is subconscious. I don't think it's all it's not intentional, but because you get to hang out with certain people. And as we know, women tend to be the women, the people who take care of the family, and they have
the nurturers. Yep.
Givers, right? Naturally, then they can be as involved in the social setting, and it's during those social settings that a lot of decisions are made.
Yes,
and that could be subconscious. So it's that balance. It's that balance and the opportunities. I remember when I was a young law student, and someone said, "Well, are you going to go into government so you can have a family?" And I'm like, I didn't know I had to go to government to have a family. It just shocked me. But then again, you have to understand where that's coming from too. It's like an older man. That was what he knew. So I'm like, okay, let me prove you wrong, that we can do private practice. And again, at my firm, we have women who are amazing litigators. They're like the best of the best. And their families, they still go to soccer practices, and they created a balance for themselves as much as they can. Again, it's not always a balance. It's a priority sometimes.
Yeah.
But it can be done. It can definitely be done.
I love it. You are an inspiration for sure for other women, I'm sure.
Thank you for that.
What are some of the issues that you've personally faced being a female lawyer, and how did you overcome those? Can you give us an example of something you've personally had to deal with?
Yeah, I'll give you two examples, actually. So when I was younger, mind you, as you can tell from my voice, I moved here when I was in high school. So I moved here in grade 9 from Greece. I moved to Canada. So I remember going to high school and university, and I would say, oh, I want to become a lawyer. So people would tell me, well, you have an accent. I don't think you can become a lawyer. I'm like,
what?
I was like, watch me. So I think that was the first instance that I felt. I'm like, really? That's an issue? Like, I never even thought of it as an issue until someone made it an issue. And I find that growing up, I would perhaps at the back of my head, I was always thinking, oh, what is that person thinking? Is he thinking about my accent, or does he think I'm not capable to do what I do? But I've grown out of it, obviously. And it takes time. And I think the other challenge, I would say, was I'm a very bubbly person. I'm very colorful in my colors, in my clothes, everything. I remember going to an interview at a downtown Bay Street firm, and the interview went really well. I had great credential. I had just come back from Vienna, that we had won a big competition worldwide. So I'm like, okay, I got this. I didn't get it.
Wow.
And then when I had the chance to speak to someone off record, he said that they were worried about my personality, and they commented on the fact that I had worn a red shirt because that's too loud.
What?
It still happens.
That's insane.
Yeah. And that was off record. In the back of their head, it was there. Can she do the work?
Because you're wearing a red shirt?
For them, it was more like, is she quiet? Will she slow down? Will she do the work? Does she have the ability? So it's little things like that. They're still happening, but that's okay.
Asinine.
You know what though? And I say it's about the right fit.
Yeah.
Not the right fit.
Obviously it wasn't meant to be. So.
Yeah. But little things like that happen still.
Wow, that's crazy. What is it that you love most about being a lawyer?
Oh, helping people.
Yeah.
My entire life, I've been very community oriented, helping others, helping charities. So when I went to law school, I wanted to help people. And I'm at a firm that we help people. And one of the partners, she said, because we do a lot of fraud cases, and one of the partners said, Dora, we don't take fraudsters. We fight against them. And it was at that moment that it just clicked. I'm at the right place. I'm here to help them, give them valuable work, and give them a voice. Fight for them. That's what I love.
Now, you're also a radio show host and creator on a Greek radio. Can you tell us a bit about that show and what it's like for you being the host of a radio show and how long you've been doing that?
So it's pronounced agapi, which is agapi.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
No. It's Greek for love.
Okay.
You know what? I started when I was really young. I was like 19, 20. I kind of grew into it very organically. So I've been doing it for almost 7 years. Being a radio host for me is giving a voice. It brings me closer to my community. It allows me to meet incredible people, showcase them, and also just give a platform for people to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
I like those stories. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Do you have any formal training for radio, or did you just kind of jump or fall into radio? How did that happen?
So my producer, Stan Papulkas, he is an incredible mentor. He has 30 years with Rogers Communication. He built most of ethnic media that you see on mainstream television. He is a pillar in the industry. And I remember meeting him. He's like, I really like the way you speak.
Mm-hmm.
And really? He goes to me, let's meet up. So we went for coffee, and he gave me like a little script, or what was it? It was a commercial to read.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. He goes to me, I think you have some raw materials that I can work with you. So I didn't have formal training of like going to school for journalism or broadcast, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Great people I work with, and they just helped me become better and allowed me to be myself in a packaged way, and to be marketable and be able to speak and be involved in my community.
That's amazing. Now, you're also a big advocate for the Greek community. Can you tell us a bit about that and why you decided to get involved and be such a prevalent voice in the community?
It's all Greek to me. First of all, you have to look my background. I moved here when I was 14, grade 9. So it was the Greek community that allowed me to feel closeness, to feel at home. So it was a place that I grew within. And I've seen the incredible work that the community does and the support that it creates. And the people, you meet some incredible people that are still my friends, or people that I can call if I have an issue. And then, so apart from that personal, then I look at the bigger picture. Culture and heritage are important. We have to be able to pass them on to the next generation. And we are that key group that will ensure where the next generation, our children, our grandchildren, will have the heritage, we'll have the language schools, we'll have our classes, we'll have our dance group, we'll be able to speak the language. Otherwise, we're going to lose it. So it's kind of like a sense of responsibility to carry it on.
Amazing. I love it. You are also involved with various legal organizations and do charity work in that realm as well. Can you tell us a bit about all of that and what your involvement is in some of the organizations you work with?
So it's not just legal organization.
Okay.
So I'm involved with the Hellenic Canadian Lawyers Association, and we raise money for scholarships, help students, create mentorship. But I'm also very involved with the Hellenic Heritage Foundation, which is a Greek charity, clearly. And it's a national charity which raises money to help promote Hellenic culture, heritage, and education. For example, we buy books for all Greek schools across Canada. We send children to Greece. We send students to Greece for a few weeks to learn the culture. So it's things like that that promote our heritage. And the foundation is an incredible place. I've met some people that have inspired me to become better. And that's our home.
You are an amazing inspiration in yourself. I mean, you from talking to you and learning about these, you are such a pillar of your community. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't see myself like that. I'm like, okay, the work has to be done. Let's do it.
That's what's good about it, though. That's what keeps you humble and keeps you driving forward to do it, because you don't think of it as any big deal.
No, and I have to say, like, we have some incredible people that we work with, and I would not be able to do the things that I do unless people trusted my instinct and trusted my ideas, and we did the work. It's not me. This is a reflection of teams of people working together, and they just trust what I have to offer in a way.
Well, I think it's incredible, and you should be very proud of the work you do, and it's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
Passion. I will not say it enough. I'm not the proudest. I'm not the person who will read 10 hours a day. But passion. Everything I do will exude that passion. So I think in anything you do, once you have the passion, it attracts more passion, and it just works. It works.
It's cyclical, right? It just keeps going.
it grows.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
To date, what would you say is your biggest high or your greatest win?
Professionally or personally, kind of like a
Both.
combination.
Let's go one for each.
Okay, so obviously as a lawyer, the biggest thing that you can do as a litigator is argue a long motion, which is a hearing, and get reported. And I did that within my first year, and most people don't have a chance to do it till their third or fourth year.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. And again, that's a reflection of the people that I have at the firm.
Right.
They sit down and explain things to me, and they will tell me, we want you to grow. We want you to become better. And they trust. So if I'm given that, how can I prevent the other women from getting that? So that's why I'm kind of like a vehicle. Okay, this is what I received. Let me double it. And I would say personally, in a way, it's personally and professional. I don't know how to kind of like separate the two. So last year, I always had this baby idea in my mind of creating a music and fashion show. And through Happy Greek Radio and the Helen Courage Foundation and the incredible support of our community, I put it together, which meant I had 1,000 people in one place, had over 120 models, 10 performers, and all the money that was raised went to the educational department of the Greek community of Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And it was crazy amount of work.
Amazing. But you set your mind to it and you did it. This is something you wanted to do. This is a vision you had for something you wanted to create, a goal you had, and you made it happen. That's it.
And from that, I had 2 individuals who were performers. One said to me that I was bullied not to ever perform, and you gave me the space. You pushed me to do it. And I had the mother of a 13-year-old girl who sent me an email and said, you allowed my daughter to shine. My daughter has been the most shy person. She has never taken the stages. She had an amazing voice, and you helped her do that. So even if the event itself was not a success, changing those 2 individuals' lives, I'm happy.
How amazing did that feel to get that news, to get that email and to have that conversation?
Oh, and I'm a pushy person. When I see something in them, I said, you're doing it.
I'm not taking no for an answer. You're doing it.
But you don't realize what people go through them. And just that extra push makes a difference in their lives. And these days, like I see parents who see me on the streets, and then I'm just like, oh my God, Dora, our children love the fashion show. It was so inclusive. It had all sizes. It had all ages. Like my youngest model was like 2 years old, and my oldest was like 65.
Awesome.
So just seeing the community come together, saying how like my children look forward to coming and doing this again. Well, due to COVID, we can. Well,
yes,
want to put 2021, but seeing that, and I have a younger sister. So for my sister, it's like I set an example for her of how to be better and how to be inclusive and be with other kids and work. And it just creates a little community within our community. And I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I can tell. I can hear the passion in your voice. It's amazing. Again, it's inspiring. Is this now the goal for this to be an annual thing?
Correct. Yeah. So the goal
Amazing.
is an annual thing. And you know what I also love? When children say to me, it's like, Dora, we want to become lawyers. How do we do it? And we sit down.
I love it.
I'm like, I'm breeding the next generation.
See, you're an amazing human being. It's incredible.
I love it. Oh.
Can you share a situation that's occurred in your life that you feel provides insight as to your character, who Dora is?
Okay. During law school, and again, I did a lot of competition. Clearly, I'm a very competitive person in a good way. And when you put 6 law students in a team, we have alpha personalities. Things people fight, people argue, people backstab. I'm not like that though. And it's not to sound that I'm better than anyone else. No. But my personality is I'm very alpha, but I'm very inclusive at the same time.
Right.
Like, what do you think? Okay. And I'm very laid back in the sense that I'm always laughing, I'm making jokes, but it doesn't mean that I work less. And certain people need to realize that as well. Just because I'm not tense the way you are, it doesn't mean That
Yeah, that's just not who you are. You're not uptight.
and it was during that period of time that everyone was hating, and I just sat down and I told them, we need to have a chat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that safe space where you let everything out. You fight, you say it, and you open the communication. So I think what I'm good at is putting people together and explaining the issues. Tell me what the problem is. Let them talk. I think that's one of my strengths. And it was situations like that that the team was failing that allowed us to go throughout the world, go to New York, go to Penn State, Hamburg, and finally win in Vienna. So I think about me is adaptability, resilience, and just talking. Communication. That's it.
Wow. Okay. It's true. Communication is key.
Yeah. And that's how you avoid all the knickknacks and the fighting and the arguing, the cattiness. No, just talk. What's your issue? Okay, this is your issue. Perfect. Let's move on.
What makes you feel inspired or like your best self?
Again, it's helping others. That's how I want to become better and better and better. How can I help people? How? And I think it comes down to life itself. Think about like at the time of birth, like there's 1 in a million chance that the sperm goes to the egg and you're born. You're a miracle. We're a miracle. So how do we give back? Because we are the product of a miracle. How? And we help others. We make them better.
Awesome. What would you say is one of the most important things you've learned in your life? And what was your life like before learning it? And what was your life like after learning it?
Trusting the universe. Honestly, and I say this is, and it might sound a little bit cheesy or cliche, but it's so true. Trust the path where the universe is taking you. And once you find rejections or let's say obstacles, well, they're not really. They're just leading you to the path that you're meant to walk on. And I think when I reached that conclusion and you look back, then it all makes sense. Why you didn't do certain things, why you didn't get a job that you wanted to get, because you're meant to be doing exactly what you're doing at that moment. So I think that was a huge turning point for me, just trusting the universe.
Trust.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you laugh the most, Dora?
Oh, my sister. She's hilarious. And she's 16. No, she just turned 17 and she gives it to me. No filter. She's hilarious, my little one. And you know what she says? She goes, well, might be a doctor. I might do this. Well, if all else fails, I'll just become a lawyer. That's it. The easiest thing in the world. It's brilliant.
What's the first thing you notice about a person?
Their energy.
Energy. Money or fame?
Oh, fame. Like I'm the worst with money. I'm like, oh, I spend more than I make. Like I know it's so bad, but for me, money is so material. I'm like, okay, no, next.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Oh, passionate.
I knew you were going to say that. What makes you smile?
My family.
How would you like to be remembered?
A legacy.
What would you pick for your last meal?
My grandma's cheese pie. It's so good. I can almost taste it in my mouth as I'm saying it.
What does the word empowerment mean to you?
Uplifting your spirit with passion.
I love that answer. Again, there's that passion word.
You know what? For a long time, my cover letter was about Aristotle saying law is reason free of passion. But for me, it's passion.
Yeah.
Passion.
What is one of your favorite quotes?
And because it's all Greek to me, I'm going to use Nikos Kazantzakis, who's an incredible 19th century writer. He was nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. Incredible. And he says, love responsibility. Say, it is my duty and mine alone to save the earth. If it is not saved, then I alone am to blame.
That's amazing. I've never heard that quote before. That's amazing.
It just hits right there.
It does. What is one of the best pieces of advice you've ever received?
Follow your passions.
There's that word again.
It is. And I think it's just certain words that are key words in my life, and they circle around everything. I remember being a law student, Jean Alexandris, who is an incredible lawyer, incredible educator. She has worked at the major law schools of Toronto. She built programs. And she goes I remember being disappointed because I didn't get a job at some point. She goes to me, honey, follow your passion. You're okay. You're doing fine. And that clicked. That clicked.
Yeah. How do you define success? What does that word mean to you?
Success is more of a subjective setting of goals and reaching them. So my success could be someone else's failure, but that doesn't make it any less of a success. So I think we need to highlight the subjective part of it. What's your success? What's your goal? Did you set it? Did you achieve it? And it could be something so small as getting up in the morning and work out at 7 a.m. I sucked at it. I never did it. And when I did it for a few times, I'm like, okay, I'm happy. So everything is subjective to us.
Amazing. What is one book you would like to suggest to the listeners here?
I would say Amy Cuddy's Presence. It's a book about how to be present, how to use the skill sets to avoid certain obstacles. To this day, I still go back to it and see what she has said because she's so well researched. She's an academic. She's at Harvard. She's a researcher. So her book is so well researched that you can go back at any day and pick up something new.
So you just keep going back to it, rereading, finding different. Do you find different things that you didn't catch the first few times you read it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Strategies, certain things of how to feel better and how to be more present and exhume that dominance in a way in what you want to say.
Mm-hmm. If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Things will work out.
Very simple and straightforward.
It's one of the smallest pieces of advice that I've gotten, yet it makes sense. Trust the universe. As it will fall into place. Don't stress out. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to run, run. If you need to do anything, do it. But it will work out. It's almost like little angels and fairies and sparkles. We'll make sure that happens what you want, but it will happen at its own time.
Awesome. Lastly, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, what would that last 30 seconds sound like?
Okay. Well, do everything in life with passion. Whether that's starting your own company, that's creating a family, creating an app, whatever that is, find it, run with it, make it your goal. And the more you give, the more you get back. And we're vibrations. We attract what we give off, and that's what's going to come back to you. For me, I've always wanted to become a lawyer, and I'm living my dream in probably the best way I could imagine.
Did you know that since you were a kid that you wanted to be a lawyer?
I think that was maybe around right before I started high school. Yeah. I wanted to become an advocate. I said I want to become an advocate. And how do I do that? You become a lawyer. And my mom would say, well, I can't handle you. There's nothing that happens in the house without you questioning. So you better become a lawyer.
Oh my. Dora, this has been an amazing conversation. It's been incredibly inspirational. You are an amazing, beautiful human being, an amazing woman, an inspiration to many, many other women, and not just women, but men as well. I'm inspired by you and what you're doing and just your personality. You are an infectious person. It's just amazing. I really, truly appreciate you being here and sharing your story and your journey.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I hope you can see my smile in my voice.
Yes, I can definitely hear your smile coming through for sure. 100%. I can just picture you're always smiling.
Yeah, even in the rough times, I'm still smiling because, as Amy Cuddy writes in her book, based on research, when the physical causes the emotional. So when you smile, you're going to start feeling better, even if you're not feeling better before.
Well, thank you again so much for agreeing to be part of this community and being a guest on my podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, Dora.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you for doing this. Thank you for giving the space for women to share what they're passionate about.
I love it. I love it. Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. My guest today has been Dora Konomi. She is a lawyer and radio show personality based here in Toronto. Thank you again so much, Dora. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Friday and an awesome weekend.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.